This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Welcome to In Full View. I'm Marcella Palmer, bringing you the week's medium and small business news from the New York City office of tech startup YouNow, where we're meeting with company CEO and founder Sideman, who calls YouNow.com social television. Others in the tech space have likened it to YouTube, meeting Justin TV, meeting The Gong Show.
So I really started as a filmmaker, and in college I studied film at NYU. It was the early 90s and digital video just started to be a factor. On the Apple you could edit really small, tiny clips together, and some of my schoolmates were starting to do that, and I really got into it. I thought it would revolutionize filmmaking, and slowly I realized that visuals film does not have to be linear, it can be non-linear, and I got into programming the moving image, creating non-linear experiences, and then did my master's in interactive telecommunications really to master that. That's how I got into tech. So really to pay my way through grad school, I started programming computer games. So these were the first online games in browser games in the second half of the 1990s. And that was really exciting. Like, I did the first animated ads on AOL. I did the Matrix game for the movie The Matrix in the late 90s. And then I realized that this was not just art, but also one could make a living from this, because I really came into it as an artist. And when I came out of school, I had a vision of creating some kind of a lab that's going to really experiment and innovate with interactive media. And that vision materialized with Oddcast, which was kind of a vehicle for me to do more work, more commercial work in the mostly online advertising and gaming. Me and a few partners started Oddcast. It used to be that only film studios had a camera, and today, my mom is sending me MMSs. She's creating media. So that's really what Oddcast is doing, is harnessing the users to create media in the service of brands and advertising. When I had the vision for YouNow, we spun it out of Oddcast. I started a new company called YouNow, and it allows anyone to broadcast live from anywhere using any webcam or mobile device in front of a live audience. And if the audience likes the broadcast, they can give it a thumbs up and it stays on air. And if they don't like it, they can give it a thumbs down, and the next person in the queue will go on to broadcast. So basically it's a social television or an open television platform where any consumer out there who is holding a smartphone becomes a node on a grid that can broadcast live at any time in front of an audience. Since we launched the site about a month ago, we have I think just over 7,000 live videos recorded already on the site. I think it's growing at a rate of about 200 new live videos a day and growing. The network that we have with the two channels, talk and music, is at about 15 to 20% live for each 24 hours right now, and growing by a few percentage points each week. And so it's working. I envision in the future there'll be news channels where, the fact is that consumers out there are already tweeting, and network news anchors are already summoning tweets in real time into the program. You can easily imagine that the system can harness all these smartphones out there in the world and cut to a consumer who happens to be shooting something very interesting, whether it's an accident, God forbid, or a storm, or a homecoming or whatever it is. So, you know, the future of news can be completely different if you imagine that everybody's walking around with a camera that is potentially live.
Your hero, somebody who has inspired you.
Oh, wow. Well, we did mention Steve Jobs, but I have to admit that, you know, reading more about him after his death, he became a bigger hero. Certainly, I've been blessed with, you know, good bosses in my previous life. When I just started out, I was freelancing at a company called Reset, and the CEO there, James Altucher, was memorable and inspiring in his own way. My commander in the Army was memorable and inspiring. My investor in Oddcast, Brad Burnham, a very smart man that I learned from with every conversation. And so I say that you know, as an entrepreneur, I haven't had many bosses in my life. But I did, you know, when I did work as a freelancer, and I did have investors, and I've been blessed with working with the great people that I could look up to.
That's all for this week from the IFV News team. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check back every day right here at ifvnews.com for the latest on what's happening around the globe in the medium and small business world.